I'm so excited. Our schedule is finally out. Our fans, this is a schedule you can get excited about. We open up on the road against James Madison, a perennial NCAA tournament team. It'll be a sold-out crowd. We just have a lot of respect for their program. They beat us last year. And then we go on to North Carolina. Purposefully starting on the road. We have a very young team, 10 new players that have never played together, and just to put them in a hostile environment right off the bat to give us a measuring stick of where our mental toughness is, what we need to do in terms of handling distractions, preparing for road competition. And we just have a philosophy that we want to start out the year playing as great a competition as we possibly can. And it gives us a measuring stick just in terms of where we are in our progressions. It tells our players really vividly how we need to continue to grow. And we're committed to a top 5 schedule year in and year out. Every year I've been here, we've had a top 5 non-conference schedule in the country. Last year in the top 3, and I expect this year to be no different. Well, in about a little over a week's time, we come home, we play Texas, Nebraska, Cincinnati right in a row. And Bruin fans, mark November 23rd on your calendar, University of Texas right here. And the whole time I'm watching our football team, I was down in Dallas beating up on the Longhorns. I kept thinking about how fun it's going to be in Pauley Pavilion to play Texas right here. They're a really rising young team, and I think it's going to be a spectacular home opener for us. But, you know, I just think it's incredible competition. They're going to challenge us at every turn, but I really like my team. I love their enthusiasm. I love their work ethic. I love their passion for each other. I love the way that they serve our community, and I just don't think you're going to want to miss out watching them play, whether it be our #1 recruiting class having their debut, or the incredibly talented returners that we have coming back, or the ones who redshirted last year that maybe some of you fans have never had a chance to see play. I'm just telling you, it's going to be a special year. Well, obviously, playing UConn is, an incredible challenge in any circumstance. But we will be playing 3 games in 4 days, because we will be going right from the Tulane tournament where we play Miami and Samford, and then we'll be going right to Connecticut to play the defending national champions on ESPN in the Mohegan Sun Arena where the WNBA team plays. Our team, that #1 class, people ask me all the time, why did they come to UCLA? And 1, we developed really sincere relationships. But 2, they wanted to create something of a legacy, something special, something of sustained excellence. And who right now sets that standard? Connecticut. So the chance for our players to measure their dreams against that level of competition, only good can come from that. And we actually are going to play them for 4 out of the next 5 years. We want to continue to build that sort of East Coast, West Coast. Rivalry is not the right word, but an incredible matchup that people can look forward to year in and year out. But it's on ESPN, so all of our fans can share in that experience, and it's just going to be a great game. You know, in this business, it's really it's a very small fraternity sorority type thing. And one of my very best friends in the business I've known since the year I started coaching, coaches for Notre Dame, they've been very supportive of our growth. Similar to UConn, I've gone back for multiple days and watched Notre Dame practice and watched Connecticut practice. And as I've seeked to develop our own vision for developing our own vision here at UCLA, they've been incredibly helpful. And I think they're not afraid to play great competition. Sometimes teams in the top 5, they sort of want to keep their record clean, and they, play at home only, and they sort of pad their schedule. And Notre Dame nor Connecticut are like that. And I'm really pleased. Notre Dame's been very willing to schedule with us year in and year out, and we want to keep that going as long as we can. I have the ultimate respect for their program, and it's going to be just a great game at home. And last time we had great local teams come from all over the area to enjoy that great matchup. It was a very good game. I remember Mariah Williams taking on Skylar Diggins, and what a fun thing that was. And so, that's another game just to mark on your calendar, but not just Bruin fans that are come to all of our games, but the whole Southern California community. If you love women's basketball, you need to be there on December 28th when we take on Notre Dame. Well, I think Stanford and Cal in the last couple of years have been the top tier of the Pac-12 conference, and what a compliment to them. They've recruited well, they've consistently played to their strengths, and so we have the ultimate respect for that. So, wouldn't it be a great rivalry if they weren't at a really high level of excellence? So we respect that a lot. Minus a Nagumake sister, obviously there'll be an adjustment to that. But one thing I know about Tara Vanderveer is she's going to reload, she's going to adjust, she's going to find a way. She's a Hall of Fame coach, over 900 wins. She's going to find a way to have them very, very competitive in the Pac-12 conference. At the same time, I expect us to be a very, very competitive team in our conference, and I expect us to have nothing short of the sights of trying to win a Pac-12 championship. That's always going to be our goal, and focusing on the process is how we get there. But if that's your goal, then you need to go through Cal and Stanford. But it's our whole conference. I believe that our conference is as deep as it's been in probably over a decade. And I think there's 8 teams at least who are going to be vying for NCAA tournament bids. And when I took this job 3 years ago, we were getting 2 and 3 or maybe 4 teams in a good year, but 2 and 3 teams in the NCAA tournament. And because of the incredible success of the Pac-12 networks, as well as the success of just our individual teams, we are at a different level. I think that we will be either 1 or 2 in the Power 5 conferences of teams that are representing their conference in the NCAA tournament. There are no nights off, and I know coaches say that all the time, but I'm telling you, go down the rosters, do your homework. The level of talent and the teams in our conference are unmatched at this point in time, and it's going to be a very, very exciting Pac-12 season. I think we're one of the only ones in the Pac-12 conference that separates our game. I think it's really valuable to student athletes, first of all, to have a bye week, whether it be just to take a breather, to have one game in the middle of a very long season, 1 week where in a very long season that you only have one game, and so we've split ours up. And I like it. You got to be ready for the Pac-12 season right off the bat because you're playing your crosstown rival in USC. That's going to take place at USC on December 30th. But on the other hand, I just have a lot of respect for their program. They obviously put it together in the Pac-12 tournament and went through and won it. Credit to them. We do really different things. We have different styles. Our coaching styles are different. But we need both LA schools to be incredibly good for our Pac-12 conference to continue to rise. So the better they are, I think it's going to draw out the better we are. And so that's something that we look forward to every year, is just having that really competitive game, that gritty rivalry. Just look forward to amping up for that. And it doesn't define our season. A lot of our fans, I know you want us to define it by if we beat SC or not, but it's just a fun thing to be a part of. It's one of the top 5 rivalries in all of college sports. So my whole thing is, let's enjoy it, let's embrace it, let's just have fun with the emotion of what we get to experience, and then let's just hope it helps us get better. One of the ways we got this #1 recruiting class to commit to UCLA is that we said we're going to provide the best total collegiate experience possible. And part of that experience is you. We need you in the stands. There's a picture from last year that shows you filling up Pauley Pavilion. We need that to be every single game. This is going to be a special year, fans. I need you to be there. I can't wait to see you. You're a big part of our success. Thank you very much, and go Bruins.